most fundamental problem here, which is the freedom of navigation in the Black Sea. But before we come to that, I will reply immediately to your question, like about UN helping to keep in the freedom of navigation or NATO helping. At the end, there's a say, if you want it to be done right, do it yourself. At the end, Ukraine really did it by itself. By the time the world move, gather, plan, etc., I will mention at the very end of my time, but the new Ukraine naval corridor is Ukraine's plan. It's implemented by Ukraine, and it's working. At the end of the day, like many other phases in this war, Ukraine solved its own problem. I want to mention also what's happening in the grain field, which is massive plundering of the Ukrainian agricultural commodities. And agricultural commodities, unfortunately, is not the exception in the plundering. Russia is also stealing coal from the occupied territories, and it's going all around the world. Many people are not thinking about when it comes to energy, but coal is a very important part of the current world energy market. Before the war started, before the last stage of the war in February 2022, Russia even purchased vessels. So this goes to my point that, Russia didn't come and find itself, in invaded territory and, happens to be here, there are farms, and I'm gonna move this agricultural goods from here. Before their last aggression, and Russia purchased vessels, some of them all the way from South America, and brought them here. And there are vessels that are on the maximum limit of the port of Sevastopol, in the occupied Sevastopol, grain terminal of Avlida can handle. So we are seeing here a planned action. These are the 148 pictures of 148 different ships. Russia moved grain last year from the Avlida grain terminal. And these are the good days. There were some cloudy days that we might have missed, because satellite technology only works when there is a good cloudy days. So we are seeing here how organized this is. This is not some, this is like, I'm giving this example as just being colorful and funny, but like Russia organizing Olympics, etc., that they really thought this and organized. This is not the disorganized Russia we are seeing. This is even working better than their military campaign, that they fail utterly in the logistics. Somebody intelligent up top assigned people, they organize trucks. The war is not over. And you see the Russia is playing to the time, to hope in another winter. They will weaponize everything from children of this country to the food issues, to the coal, to the energy, and they will hope to reach the next year into the US elections, that there will be the unity on Ukraine issue will be broken.